Hey there folks, Chris Gunn here from chrissellsflorida.com. I am doing some very raw video today. I'm actually going to go to every single beach in the Bradenton, Sarasota area today. I have actually never done this as a local where I've gone beach hopping, but I wanted to have a video where I can actually show you the sand, I can show you the atmosphere, and today I'm at Anna Maria Island, Florida, which is the very northern part of Bradenton, and it's busy today because we just had spring break about a week ago, and so we've got the trickle effect of some of the other schools that are out. Sometimes private schools are different than the public schools, and so it's busy in all of March, and so that's what you can expect here. So I had to park pretty far out. I'm walking about a quarter mile, maybe a little bit more, to the actual beach, and then I'll jump onto the beach. So we're gonna hit Anna Maria Island, Holmes Beach, Bradenton Beach, Beer Can Island on Longboat Key. Then we'll hit Lido Beach or Lido Key, and then we'll go down to Siesta Key as well. Might show you a few other surprises along the way. So I want to show a very popular corner. We've got Magnolia and Spring Avenues, and then this is all on Goff Boulevard. You have a couple of restaurants in this area. You have a cafe, a little breakfast place right there. They've got, kind of your internet cafe kind of feel, salon, other kind of just general commercial. And then over here you've got a bike golf cart, and you've also got some like henna tattoo and braiding going on right there. But then it also connects you to the Sandbar restaurant, which is actually on my top places to eat, and it's right on the beach. I'll give you a view of that as well. But this would be a great pinpoint marker to put on your itinerary, and then parking is going to be all around this central area. Well, welcome to Anna Maria Island. This is one of my favorite parts about it, is in this particular area. There's a lot of trees that you can kind of just hang under. I highly recommend having an umbrella out here. Real quickly, I want to show you one of the things that you see up north a little bit more are the sea grapes. This is kind of more of a bushy sea grape tree. We do actually get real sea grapes on them, and in September they'll go from green to purple. They have a pretty dense seeds in them, but they are incredible grapes, just like any purple grape you get from the store. And then depending on how well the trees are taken care of, that's how good the crop would be. This is a pretty busy day because, again, it's a little bit just after spring break. These are high waves for the area. Being on the Gulf of Mexico, you typically don't have waves that large. If you want waves, you go to the East Coast. And that's what it looks like on a busy day here. I guarantee you that 95% of the people are not locals. This is a very touristy area, and if you ever want to own an Airbnb or that type thing, this would be the area that you would come to. As you can see, it's very white sand. I'm going to come down and I'm going to show you. So this is what it looks like. It's very, very fine. There's a lot of residential that comes up to the beach, but they're not directly on the beach. In Longboat Key, you'll see more homes that are directly on the beach, but they tried to preserve this area by putting a little bit of a strip of trees in between. This is a Sandbar restaurant here. You can enjoy the outdoor seating, and it's literally right on the beach. It's a great marker to put in your GPS as well. I'll have that in the description below. Okay, welcome to Holmes or Manatee Beach. This is a public beach, so it's a little bit more active. You have a restaurant called the Beach Cafe right there, and they have all-you-can-eat pancakes. If you're a pancake fan, I definitely recommend going there. That's kind of the parking situation. It's very active today. It took me a solid 20 minutes to find a parking spot, but I finally found one. And then right here they have the free bus pass-through. They have actual free buses that take you up the island. Up that way is going to be Anna Maria Island, and then down that way is going to be Bradenton Beach, Coquina Beach, and Longboat Key, and that takes you to Sarasota as well. So they've got public bathrooms in here, an actual lifeguard. It is a more developed beach. We'll head up this way. They've got showers and changing stations. The sand here is a little different. It is a lot, it's a lot more of a shelly sand. It's still comfortable to walk on, but it definitely has a lot more shell in it. This being the first public beach on the northern side, you're going to have a lot more activity up here. Obviously, compared to Anna Maria Island, you saw very, very few people compared to this, but it's a lot more fun. You've got more of the tents, the canopies, the umbrellas, a lot more structure up this way. I'll show you the back end of the restaurant. Lots of toes in the sand dining over here. As far as the watercolor, this is, I would say, right in the middle. Sometimes it's a little bit more turquoise blue. Today it's a little bit darker. And I think that might be because of the heavy winds that we're experiencing today. I've got heavy winds from the south. A lot of people, they ask me, which beach is your favorite? What's your least favorite? Where do you go if you're in Lakewood Ranch? For me, this is probably my least favorite beach, only just because it's more popular. It's you know, the first low-hanging fruit beach, so people grab this, they park, and you know, as a result, there's a lot of people here. I like it to be a little bit more private and quiet when I'm at the beach. So those are all things that I think about. But if you're coming from Bradenton, you're coming from Parrish, one of these first two beaches would be a great option because it's right off of Manatee Avenue West. To give you a perspective on the trip over here from Bradenton, just from downtown Bradenton, it took me 45 minutes to get over here today. If I had all green lights and if I had no traffic to deal with, I would probably be looking at anywhere from 15 to 20 minutes. So by the time you get over the bridge and you get here, people are usually ready to just get out of the car and go to the beach. So that is Holmes Beach or Manatee Beach. I'm just showing you in my car so you can see the kind of parking that Bradenton Beach and Holmes Beach has. There's long, long strips of parking along the trees, and there's plenty of public beach in this area. So if you're looking for an easy access point, especially if you have children, this is going to be one of your best bets because there are not that far of walks from the different parking spots to the actual beach access points. So you can see this family right here. They have a lot of stuff, and you know, it's not that hard to carry. And then they have a public parking area here. We're getting into Coquina Beach now, and we're going to walk onto the beach here. Welcome to Coquina Beach. This has been totally redeveloped in the last couple of years, and they have the farmers market here. A long walk through. They have a significant amount of lifeguard stands. They've just put in a restaurant over here, a barber shop, shaved ice. They've got restrooms and showers to shower off real quick. And then the free trolley takes you right up here as well. And plenty of parking. I had absolutely no trouble compared to the other beaches today. If you go just a little bit farther south from here, the key ends, and then we would jump over a drawbridge to Longboat Key. This is the beach portion of it. Today, again, is extremely busy. Very windy today. We have winds coming directly from the south. That's why it's very choppy. This beach goes a very long time, and again, there's parking all up it. So great opportunities to get out here to really enjoy it. And the city has really stepped in. They've got the umbrellas that nobody seems to be renting. And then they have the restaurant over there as well. But what I like is that you do have opportunities for shade here. In the summer, you've really got to get some good shade. It's a little bit less of a party beach as Manatee Beach was, or Holmes Beach was. All right, let's try out this sand. So again, it's really soft, a little bit more shelly here. It flies away really easily. The shells are not as dense as they were over at Holmes Beach, but it's definitely a lot more shelly than at Bradenton Beach. Okay, so I wanted to jump in here because I have a terrible transition and I didn't really get to finish in the video what I wanted to say because my finger came into the lens and I blocked the entire video without knowing it. But at the end of the day, Coquina Beach is a great place if you need the parking, if you want to enjoy some great sand, and Manatee County has really stepped up in that area to make it nice. You know, they actually have redone that beach chunk after chunk after chunk over the years. We've been watching them, and now it's pretty much done. So let's continue the video. The next beach on the roster is going to be Beer Can Island. Guys, I got parking. You know, sometimes you pray to the God of parking spot finding and you get it. This is all the parking that's right here. There's about 3 more cars in front of me, and then I will be walking onto the beach, and we're gonna take a great walk down and curve around. And the tide is pretty high right now, so I'm actually gonna turn around so you can see the general idea. So we'll be going up there, and then I'm gonna be walking a long distance that I'll show you. The tide here is really, really high today. Usually the sand goes all the way to those levees, and you can walk all the way out there. Today it's pretty choppy, and these winds have made it not as appealing of a beach. But when you are able to come here, there's plenty of space usually. Let's look at the sand. So we've got a lot more shelly and rocky. You got a couple good shells just on the first pickup there, but some leaves in here. I would definitely bring some kind of water shoe to this beach, especially if you're gonna do what I'm about to do, and that's take a walk around that corner. The beach down that direction is Coquina Beach, so I just came from there over the bridge, and then we just parked right over to the right. So here we go. I got in the water here to give you a little bit of a better view. You have all these mangrove trees right here, and that's all just beautiful nature back there. And we're gonna take a walk through all these trees, and on a low tide day you can actually lay out on the beach over here. So I hate that for this video that it's not gonna be what I wanted it to be, but this is why I say it's really important to check the tide and make sure that it's going to be low tide during the day, and obviously not winds from the south or from the west. That's where we just came from in the beautiful path. It's not too cold today. It's probably in the 60s or 70s, but some people try to camp back here. You're really not supposed to camp back here, but you know, it's nature. We're getting closer to one of my favorite spots. It's a shame those rigs are out there. It kind of ruins the view, but it's what keeps it going. You've got all these fallen trees in here you can walk through. And what I like about this spot is it kind of opens up to, I think he would refer to this as the intercoastal, but it kind of zips in, and you've got a little bit of a private area in here if you've got kids, and the kids are adventurous and aren't going to whine too much walking all the way out here. I would say I've been walking for a solid 7 minutes to get to this spot. It's absolutely beautiful. Okay, we're moving through to my favorite part. Right about here. This is my paradise in here. When that tide's nice and low. You just come and enjoy here. There's the drawbridge over there. You do have a fair amount of boats that come through this area, and a more wide beach over there. Has a sandbar feel to it, and a lot of boats park right there and let the kids play and the dogs run. Right about here is where it's the most peaceful. It's the most quiet. This is what it's about right here. As I was driving down south on Longboat Key, I realized I forgot about Bayfront Park, which you can cross the street right here. They've got great pedestrian lights that light up, and so it's easy to cross the street. But Bayfront Park takes you back that way, and you can sit on the bay. They've got a couple places to eat. There's only a couple places to park here, but I found that even on a busy day like today, that it was very easy to get a parking spot. There's probably like 4 or 5 left here, which I've only found that at Coquina Beach. It's a nice little place here. Longboat Key, there's definitely a lot more money here. It's a lot more residential on the ocean front. So driving all down that way, you have plenty of multi-million-dollar properties on the water. One thing that I like about Bayfront Park is they've got a really nice kind of bathroom, shower situation. It looks like they've got a, just a handheld shower that you can use, and they've got the bathrooms right there, and then that's what leads you out to the actual park area. So when you're coming back from the beach, which is just across the street here, you'll have everything that you need to be able to just hop back in the car and head back to your destination. Okay folks, welcome to Longboat Key, and here we have, like I said, a lot more residential up this way, so there's hardly anybody on the beach compared to the other locations. And you can see up that way, there's just hardly any people, and I'm at one of the main crossings for public use of the beach. It's not that deep of a beach, but it's definitely long. Let's take a look at the sand. I would say it's not my favorite. It's very granular, and it feels a little bit like I'm walking on somewhere between just generic salt and, sea salt. So it's somewhere right in the middle there, but it has an interesting color as it is a lot more brown and gray. It's a darker sand than we're used to for this area. When we compare it and put it side by side next to Siesta Key, this is going to be extremely dark. It reminds me of Venice. You have some shells on the beach, but nothing much. It's more going to be the sand that it's just very, very granular and thick. I will say the color of the water is better here compared to what we've seen today as well. So this is Longboat Key. Welcome to the very popular Lido Key. This is the public parking area here. I was able to pull right in and get a spot. And you take this road back that direction, it takes you to St. Armand's Circle, and there's tons of parallel parking. Tons of parking in general, so you're going to see that this beach is very much more crowded, especially today. This is, if you are staying in downtown Sarasota, this is probably going to be your closest bet for a good beach. It is staffed with lifeguards. Even though it is crowded, it is very spread out. You could say part of this is due to social distancing. You could also say that part of this is just because there's tons of beach out here. You go very deep. Siesta Key is out that direction. Plenty to walk out here. If you wanted to, you could take a walk this direction here, and you can get out over by that concrete structure there, and you can go grab a Starbucks, go grab an ice cream, and come back. Let's take a look at the sand here. It's extremely shelly. This is the most shelly that that we've experienced today. Lots of miniature full shells. Oh, that's kind of cool. You can't quite see it, but my wife was here a couple weeks ago and she said that the shells were really, really bad. So maybe they had just laid them. It's not unbearable, but I mean, it's still very, very soft sand, but every step has its own set of shells. And what a difference compared to Beer Can Island, right? It's public versus nature in your face. But still a great place to throw on some country music and an umbrella and have a cold drink and just enjoy yourself. And we have arrived at our final destination, Siesta Key Beach. This is one of the older areas here. Lots of places to eat, lots of shade. There's a playground right through the trees there. And then you have your parking lot that is very, very large. You would think that a parking lot that goes as deep as it does would be sufficient, but on a really busy day it can still be difficult. They've got some restrooms out in that trailer right there. They also have some in this building over here. There's also another building just a bit down here that we're going to check out. This is one of the other entrances here, kind of a monument type building. Tells you all about the beach. You've got some rentals over there, as well as a grab and go restaurant right there. All right, let's get out to the beach. Here is Siesta Key Beach. They have a nice kind of like carpet type thing, so you can roll your stuff right up to the beach. That was really nice. I forgot they had that here. It's much easier to walk rather than being in the sand dunes. As you can see, there is a sea of people here. I mean, it is packed here, and it goes as far as the eye can see. There's still plenty of space if you don't want to be on top of people back here. And I have seen where on a Saturday, on a really nice Saturday, it'll get that busy back there as well. It'll always be more busy towards the water, but plenty of lifeguards. And most importantly, let's check out the sand. Oh man, it really does feel good. I really didn't test this before the video. There is something different about this. It is just like, it feels heavier, and it really genuinely is like a powdery baby powder white sand. It's got a little bit of a light gray tone in it. It's a Siesta Key Beach, #1 beach in America, multiple times. Definitely number one in the state of Florida. This is what it's about, folks. All right, well, hopefully you found this video super helpful. I hope that you've been able to really get an idea of all the different beaches that we have here and what this area has to offer. It's crazy how you can just drive, you know, 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, and it's an incredibly different experience. It is like going to a different restaurant at every single beach. But I have to say, my favorite still stands, Beer Can Island, with Siesta Key as a number 2, and Anna Maria Island as number 3. Anna Maria was the hardest to park at. Siesta today was actually not that bad. Beer Can, because I got a parking spot, was great. And even with the high tide, it wasn't really that hard to walk out there. So I was a little nervous that it'd be worse, but I had a great experience. Thank you so much for watching. It really, really helps me if you share the videos, you know, like the videos, comment, subscribe, do everything you can to help get me out there, because it helps me build my business. And if you want me to give you a shout out of any type, you know, drop your name down in the comments, and I really appreciate it. Also, if you have any beaches that you particularly like, let me know your opinions on it. Or if you have any questions, I'll be happy to answer them below. We'll see you next time.